Okay, so let's begin. Um, First thing first, let me take this off. First thing first, please, if you can hear me, just give me. I want somebody to give me, send me an emoji to just make me know you all can hear me, please. Send me an emoji to confirm. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Otokpa Isaacson. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's begin fully. Thank you so much, Boluwatife. I appreciate. Uh, First thing first, if you look at what we have in our scheme, I don't want us to just beat around the bush today, but if you look at what we have in our scheme today, we'll be talking about the core concepts of Python. Okay, Python is a programming language and is one of the most used or the most popular programming language. Okay, so we agreed, or I actually suggest that we use edu blocks, okay, to learn our own to learn Python, because edu blocks is easier to use and it doesn't require installations. Okay, so if you are already, or if you already have your edu blocks account, I would like you to log into your edu blocks account first, because the first thing we are doing today is we are going to learn how to collect user input. User input in programming simply means just like let's imagine on Facebook or any other thing, any app at all. When you try to open the app requests your name. That is what user input means. Okay, when you try to, there are some online games that when you want to play it, a request for your name, a request for your username, a request for your age. Okay, these are what we call user input. So I want us to see how that is being done using Python programming language. First thing, I believe we know how to share our screen, because I would like to see some of you do it in real time. Okay, but before you do that, I also like to show you how I'm going to do mine. First thing, let me get to my EduBlocks account. Let me share my screen so that okay. Now, when you log into EduBlocks, this is what you should expect. Just something like this. It has sign in option up here. It has register. If you are new, you are advised to register. Okay, but the good thing about EduBlocks is that you can actually create a project even without signing in, without registering, by using this create project option up here. Okay, but let me sign in. I advise you to sign in so that you can be able to save your work in the cloud. When you sign in, you can save most of your project in the cloud. You won't have problem with it. Okay, sorry. I signed in with Google. Let me see. Please, if you have any challenge, let me open the group, the WhatsApp group. If you have any challenge, maybe with receiving these lessons, you can just comment in the WhatsApp group so that I will attend to it. So I've signed in. I've signed into my EduBlocks account. Okay, good. So the group is opened now. If you have any challenge, just comment. Just send your comment to the WhatsApp group. I will attend to that as well. Okay, good. This is what EduBlocks look like. It has a simple interface. Okay, it's very easy to use. If you look at EduBlocks, you have create project. There are projects, different kind of projects you can create. You can create project using Python 3, which is a programming language. HTML is a scripting language for web pages. Microbit is used to build robots. Okay, this as well is kind of a Python model, and Raspberry Pi also is also a platform for building some kind of software for Raspberry devices. We have devices that are called Raspberry devices, but for our own class, we'll be using Python project. So the best thing, just click on create project. It gives you this. You can create your first project by giving it a name. Just give it any name you like. Any name you like. Please make sure you check here. Make sure it's in Python 3, because that is what we are working with. Python 3. And the next thing is choose blocks. You can choose text only, which is for advanced people or people who are very familiar with Python. But for this class, we are using blocks. Then you click create. Okay, you can see it gave me this pop-up. Auto save is enabled. Projects are now automatically saved. So if you are working on EduBlocks, your projects are being saved automatically. So you have less problem. You are not concerned about having to save your work so that you will not lose your work. So your work is being saved automatically. Okay, before I move further, I want to bring it to our notice that this week we are building a project this week. Please, we are building a project this week. So I want every one of us to get ready, get our minds ready to build a project this week. So what I'm going to prepare you for is I'm going to explain, or I'm going to give you some basic knowledge that will help you build that project. Okay, we'll be building a calculator. Yeah, building a simple calculator that can help you add two numbers and just add, subtract, divide, and multiply. And you will understand the logics behind even big calculators. So whenever you're using a calculator, you understand how it works. You will know why the calculator is able to provide answers in a smart way. Okay, so let's kick off. Now, this is block-based coding. You have this. You can move this around. Okay, this part you're seeing that says start code here. This is where your code is going to start. This is the first thing that you are going to do. Put that in mind. Now I want you to look at all these tabs here. Look at these tabs. You can call them sections, whatever. Okay, take a look at them. You have imports, we have variables, we have statements, we have text, we have maths, we have logic, we have lists, loops, definitions, total, graph, random, and request. And inside each of all of these, we have other functions, we have other things. Okay. Please, I want this to be quiet. Let me silent. Please, trying to mute. Please, let's mute our mics so that we can have a quiet environment here. We may mute our mics, please. Okay. Now let's continue. I have to do it from my end here. Okay, so now in statements, you have different functions. When you go to text as well, you have different functions. All of these, they are block-based programming, and before the end of this bootcamp, you will learn block-based, and there will be a transition from block-based to text-based. You understand? There will be a very good transition from block-based to text-based. So why we are using block-based is so that you will it will be easier for you to start. Okay, and the good thing about EduBlock is that while you are creating the codes in block-based, the codes are being interpreted to text on the other side. Okay, let me know. They are being interpreted to text on this side, that is on the right side of your screen. So let's start with the first thing. The first thing I want us to start with is, let's look at okay, to collect user input. So whenever you see anything like this, okay, let me show you that. Okay, good. This is, let me put this out first. What is your name? This particular code is being used to collect user input, but how are we going to make use of it? Now let's look at how we can make use of it. You can go to statement. Now you can see how I'm dragging and dropping. Whenever you drag and drop, it snaps. It snaps. Please, if you have any problem with the sound or network or any challenge, just let me know in the WhatsApp group, or you can just, okay, somebody cannot access EduBlock. Okay, I think this is outdated browser. Okay, so now this, if you look at what I've done here, I just did a very simple stuff. I did, I placed print input, what is your name? If you look at this carefully, just take a look at it and look at this code part of it. Look at this code part of it. Please, if you're having issues with logging into EduBlocks, maybe it's getting stuck or say, or any reason, you might use a different browser. Use a different browser. Okay. Use a different browser, it will help. Yeah, if you have a phone, your phone can also access EduBlocks. Yes, your phone can access EduBlocks. It will access it very, very, very conveniently. That's why I recommended EduBlocks, because I know it would work on phones, it will work on tabs, okay, and it will work on laptops everywhere, on every browser too, okay. So the difference, you might just have a kind of design difference, meaning that if you log in and you want to create a project, this text part of the code stays down, okay, but it's still the same thing. You can still use it on your phone. Just go to app.edublocks.org and create a new account. Okay, so now let's continue. If you look at what I've done here, what I've simply done here is this. This is the block-based, this is the block code, while what you're seeing here on these dark parts is the text base. Okay, so as a block-based coder, this is what you are doing, but as a text-based coder, this is what you are doing also. Okay, but if you look at it, they are simply the same thing. It's saying what? Let's look at this. It says print input, what is your name? Now let me tell you what print is. In Python programming, print is output. Okay, everything about programming, I want you to put one thing in mind, that everything about programming is input and output. Input and output. But you will ask, what happens in the middle? In the middle is processing. Okay, that's why every good program does what? Input, process and output. So IPO, input, process and output. That's what a good program does. Okay, now if you look at this code that we have on our screen, now it's asking us for something. It says, what is your name? Now let's give it our name. Okay, let's run this code. To run the code, just click on that top button. It says, what is your name? I'll say Mr. Ken. Oh, sorry. Mr. Ken. Okay, and I hit enter. It just returns my name. You see, nothing happens, right? I only told you to do what? Ask for my name, and it returns it. If you look at this second line, what is your name? I gave it my name, and it just returned the name, nothing else. Okay, this is just a basic program. So whenever you say print puts out a question, or it gives something out from the computer. Okay, so whenever you are listening to a music on your phone, I want you to create that assumption that what is happening is that your phone is printing out an audio, or is printing out audio files to you through the speaker. That's exactly what is happening. It's just being converted to audio, but it is output, it is printing out. Okay, so whenever you're also taking a picture of yourself, you are also imputing digital files also to the phone or to any device you are using. Okay, so programming is all about input, process, and output. Okay, that's just what happens in every kind of program you can think about. Now, I've showed you this. If you have questions, you can drop it in the WhatsApp group or in the meeting. Yeah, let me see. Okay, you can drop it in the WhatsApp group. I will respond to it if you have questions, please. And if I'm too fast or too slow, please let me know. Okay, now let's look at some other things. Okay, data type. We have conditionals. Good. We have data type conversion. We have conditionals. Good one. Now we also have nested if statements. Good one. Very good one. Now to get this done, I will be sharing a project I built. Let me share that project. I will share the screen to you. Yes. Okay. Now, I built this for this particular bootcamp. Now let's scroll down to the block-based part of the code. Now this is a calculator. This is a basic calculator. I built a basic calculator to help you add, subtract, multiply, or divide two numbers. So this is the first thing I did. The code starts here. So when the code started, I created what we call variables. In programming, there's something called variables. I created 3 variables first. Now let me tell you what a variable is. A variable means anything. A variable means a container. Yeah, a container that can hold something of similar nature. Okay. Let's say, for instance, when you have a plate or a bowl. Okay, when you have a bowl, your bowl is a variable. Why? Because it can hold liquids or semi-liquids. It can also hold grains, but it can hold similar things. But that bowl cannot contain a car. No. You get it? So now let me bring it to real life project. I believe most of us have social media accounts. We have Facebook, Twitter, and we have our profile picture there. Even WhatsApp, we use WhatsApp. We have our profile picture on WhatsApp. Now, when the developers of WhatsApp, when they were building WhatsApp, they never thought about you. They never thought about me, you know. They only know that the users will upload pictures. They only know that users will upload pictures. They know that users will use usernames. Okay, so what they did, they now created a variable. So that place where you have your display picture or your profile picture is a variable, is a container for pictures. That is where you have your profile picture. So it's a variable in programming. The same thing, the place where you have your username is a variable. Okay, what is happening at the back end is simply a variable. They just made a variable that, and they now said something like, okay, this variable will take only usernames. The username can be any kind of name. The person can give himself any kind of username, but it's just a variable for usernames. So the same thing, the place for profile picture is also a variable for profile pictures, just there for profile, just for pictures. So whatever picture you put there is none of Facebook's business, it's none of WhatsApp business. All they know is they made this particular container for pictures. So now let's come back here. What I did here is I created 3 containers. I'm back to my project here. I created 3 containers. The first one is num1. Num1, I gave it a name, num1. If you are using this calculator, you will not see num1 because it's just at the back end of the code. Okay, I gave it a name, num1. That is going to be the first number that the user will impute. Then the second variable I created is operation. Operation. Okay, and the third variable I created is num2. So I created these 3 variables. Okay, now you ask me that what is going to be in these variables? The first variable, what is supposed to be inside the first variable is supposed to be, look at it, I asked for an input, okay, and I said enter first number. So this enter first number is what the user is going to see. Okay, enter first number. Now the user inputs the first number, and you can see this part that says int. I'm simply telling the program that, hey, whatever number that this user imputes, or whatever this user imputes, make sure it is a number, convert it to a number. Int means integer. An integer in programming means numbers. That is number 0, 1, 2, 3, they are all integers. Okay, now if you look at this other variable operation, I made this variable, and what is inside, you see this sign, this equal to means what is supposed to be inside the variable. Now what is going to be in this operation variable? I said choose operation. Okay, it can be plus, minus. I use asterisk for multiplication, and I use the slash for division. That is your operation. That is what you want to do. Let's say 3 plus 2. Now num2, that is the second number. If you look at this place, I make sure it's a number. That's why I use that int, and I said enter second number. So the user imputes second number. Now let's look at this. This is what we call if. If is called conditionals in programming. They call it conditionals in programming. If. What I did here is simple. I said if this operation, that means this variable that is here, if what the person imputed in this operation, if it is equal to plus, that means if it is plus, print the sum is num1 plus num2. Don't worry, you'll be doing all of this. Don't let it look magical. I'm just explaining it to you so that when you're doing it, before our next meeting, you would have done it and even do better. Okay, so this is if operation is equals to plus, then the sum is print num1 plus num2. That means the sum is add it up. You can see this plus here. That means I'm adding it up. And I created another conditional. I said else if. You can see That means this if is plus, else if, just like saying if this is this, let this happen. This other one is saying else if the operation is equal to minus, then print the answer is num1 minus num2. Now, another else if is if the operation is equals to multiplication, print answer is num1 times num2. Then I created another else if again for division. You should know I should do that, right? I said else if operation is equals to slash, that is this operation. Now you'll be wondering, you can see I did a whole lot here. And I said inside of this if, I now created another if. Why I had to do this? Why I had to create another if inside that else if? We call this in programming nested ifs. Nested if, that means there are if conditions that are nested into each other. Okay, just like if something is true. Okay, let me just create one simple analogy. If I get home, and if there is food in the pot, I will eat. You get it now? I've created two conditionals. If I get home, first if, and if there is food in the pot, I will eat. That's exactly what I did here. So this is an else if, then I now created the if inside it. Now back to your screen. Now this if inside it is saying if num2 is not equals this sign, the exclamation mark and minus, it means not equal. Remember previously we've been using double equal. In programming, double equals to means equals to. It means normal equals to in programming. Please take notes. In programming, double equals to means normal equal to. Just like saying 2 plus 2 equals to 4. That is in programming. So if you use 1 equal to like this one in programming, this one, now if you use 1 equal to, it is not equals to, it is assignment. It means assignment. So if I say num1 equal to enter first number, I mean whatever is in first number has been assigned as num1 in programming. It's similar to maths, but there are little differences. Okay, so let's go back here. So this says if operation is equal to this, and I created another if. I said if num2 is not equals to 0, print the answer is num1 divided by num2. And I said else print cannot divide by 0. What I simply did here is this. You remember in mathematics, you cannot divide a number by 0. Okay? So in programming, to avoid errors, we have to create nested if, so that when somebody does division by 0, the program will not crash. It will not crash. It will not just become a bug. Okay? So what I did here, the technique is called try and catch. The technique is called try and catch, meaning that you create a program in a way that if there are errors, this is what should happen. Okay? So I said what? If num2 is not equals to 0, then give the answer. That's what this is all about. Okay? But if num2 is equals to 0, then tell the person that, hey, error cannot divide by 0. We cannot divide anything by 0. Okay? Now look at this last one. Print invalid operation selected. This else block, print invalid operation selected. Why did we do that? If you look at it, this else block, it came directly under the main if. Okay? Why we did that is also another thing called try and catch. Meaning that if For instance, I asked somebody to input first number. The person now put BOY, boy. Understand? That can crash my program, right? So I've already made it there that if you input a wrong thing, this is what should happen. It should tell you invalid operation selected. If you maybe you're supposed to put in plus, instead of you to put plus or minus, you're not gonna put a different operator. You're not gonna type in @ or hashtag. Okay, this will catch the error instead of my program to crash. This will help me catch that error. Okay, so I will share this particular link now to the WhatsApp group. Send it to the WhatsApp group now so that but before then, okay, I'll send it before the end of today. Before then, let me show you the project and how the project works in EduBlocks. Okay. Okay. Now this is it. Now remember, in EduBlocks, you are just to drag them. You are to drag and drop all of these. Okay, you might be wondering where you will find all these things. You will find them here in variables. To create a variable, you have to create them yourself. You do create a variable. Okay, then for this if, you can find it in logic. You can see it here, right? Anyone you want to use. You can see how I got to do the other operators, the equal to. You can see, just if you drag it and you click down. Okay, let me trash this and use what I have in here. Now you can see all of this. So let's say you have this, you can drag it out, you can see, and drag it in so it snaps in. So EduBlocks is quite easy to use. You can change the operator to any of this. Double equal to means equals to. This exclamation mark and equal to means is not equals to. This one is regular English language. It means something is something. This one means something is not something. This is less than or equal to. This is greater than or equal to. So I would like you guys to try your hands on this project. And remember, while you are working on the block based, it will generate the codes for you. You see? So it will generate the text based. So what I did on block, this is exactly the same thing on text. It's exactly the same thing on text. What else? Let me see. There's any issue with that? Okay, I also feel, I'm trying to imagine where you might have issues when you start building. Okay, you might have issues with understanding how to drag and drop these blocks. They are quite easy. Just please, if you have your laptop with you, I will advise you to open your new tab on EduBlocks. Okay, create a new basic calculator project and try your hands on something, so that while you are doing that, if you have challenges, you just let me know in the WhatsApp platform. Let me know in the WhatsApp platform. Okay. And also, if you feel like sharing your project, with me, let me know also. Okay. So I'll be sending a web page to the group. I'll be sending a web page to the group so that you can follow up to build the project. Now, in that web page, there are steps. There are steps. Okay, I broke down the steps at which you can use to create your own project. Okay, let me send it now. Okay, I sent it to the WhatsApp group now, so you can use that as a guide. Sorry, did I introduce myself before this class? I just remember. Okay, I am Agune Chemba Ekene, so you can call me Mr. Ken. Okay, the Ken is from the word Ekene, or from the name Ekene. So for those of you that are just meeting me for the first time, I am Mr. Ken. So feel free to interact. Feel free to ask me questions anytime. Just use the WhatsApp platform or you chat me directly. Okay. So I sent the link to the group. Okay, I broke it down step by step. So please, I would like to see somebody. I want to see if you have done. Okay, somebody's raising hands. Okay. Okay, Mr. Isaac Okpor. Sorry, just trying to set up some things. Put this up somewhere. Okay, Mr. Otokpa, Izexin Otokpa, you can unmute your mic. You've been raising up your hands. You have something to share with the class?
Okay, good afternoon once again.
Yeah, good afternoon.
So, I'm having challenge with I don't know if it's the registration though. On the Edu blog,
Yeah,
after, because I tried signing in using the Gmail.
yeah.
Okay, it's not going forward. It just stuck on the place where they say save profile name. Though I equally attempted using a different browser.
Okay.
Then I tried another option that said reset password. I got signed in, but I was directed to Anaconda. I was trying to come back to EduBlock again using one of the feature there. It still got stuck on that same interface. It shows a button. I can just share my screen to walk you through it though.
Okay,
A place that
okay.
says set up a profile, but it's not saving. I've tried virtually like two different browsers now, but it's still not saving.
Okay, let me stop sharing so that you can share your screen.
That will be fine. Thank you.
So any other person who has issues, please feel free to communicate with me. Okay.
So if you can see my
Yeah. Okay. Click save.
so
What?
it's not going forward.
It's not
It just
responding.
says I wouldn't want to say it's not responding exactly, but because I still use a different browser. I use Brave. It's still stuck this same way. I attempted using a forgot password. Though of course I got signed into Anaconda. I don't know if that is the
Yeah.
mother platform of
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
EduBlock,
Yeah. Yeah.
but then it's still not giving me exactly um what's happening here. I don't know why. Let me just stop sharing this interface. Okay.
Okay.
Um, I'm still with you, please. I want to share the other platform, the other interface again.
Okay. Okay.
Is Brave.
Okay, so you keep having the same feedback, right?
Okay. Yes. Okay. This is the other platform. This is on Brave again. It
Yeah.
still ended up bringing me back to this same challenge.
Okay.
If I move back here a little, more like a step, I say it took me
Yeah.
to
From what I'm seeing,
Anaconda itself. I don't know why it's not moving past that very stage.
your browser is updated. Your browser is good. Okay. Are you sure your system is not your system is not maybe the storage or so? Because looking at it, you have about more than 30 tabs from what I'm seeing, opened tabs everywhere. And that might slow down your system performance.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. That of the tab, though. Yeah, I actually did bring up this browser, which is Brave, just to test it here. I was actually
Okay.
on a different browser. I still tried it on I think on another system. It still got stuck
You
there.
say you're already signed
I
in.
don't know
Yeah,
exactly why.
Edu
If you can
Blocks.
see from there now, I
Yeah,
was at
Edu Blocks is actually organized or
this
it's
other.
owned by Anaconda. Okay, it's just like a sister, their sister groups or so.
Okay. If you can say, okay, this is from the Anaconda that I got signed up in.
Yeah,
Because, so I located the Edu block, but it
yeah,
still took me back to that same interface.
yeah. Okay, can you try creating a project in Edu Blocks without signing in?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, create a
I think I
project
will try
without
that
signing
and
in. Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
you see where it got me again. See,
Yeah.
back to this. That is
Okay.
where it got stuck.
Okay. I will suggest that you close the tabs. You have too many tabs open, first of all, and your browser, from the look, your browser is updated from my look now, so you should run
It,
yeah, you should run EduBlocks conveniently. Maybe you have too many open tabs and maybe something like that. Maybe that's what I just feel. That's what I just feel. Okay.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Also, okay. Sorry. Is
Yeah.
the section recorded?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Is the section recorded, please? Okay,
Yes.
that's
If
fine.
I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. So as we let me see, we have how many minutes more? Okay, we have less than 10 minutes to end this session. We have less than 10 minutes to end this session. Okay. So how far are we going? I would like to see, is there anyone who has done something and would like to share to the class? Is there anyone? Okay. Okay, Mr. Fidelis, you're welcome.
Strategies you want to share. I just started it. I want to share.
Okay, you want to share. Okay, good one. Let me stop sharing so um, Fidelis Ogwa would share.
You, you.
Okay, okay. Fidelis, from what I'm saying, I believe your name is Fidelis, right?
Yes.
Okay. From what I'm saying, you're doing a good job, but you mixed up something somewhere. Okay, you mixed up something somewhere. It should just be that first line. That first line should just be int and
Hey,
input. You are using only that int. You convert it to int and you use input. Only that. Okay, you used a different list. You use a list there, which is not needed. Okay. Yeah. So take off that list. Just drag it off the screen. Drag it to the left part of your screen. It will delete. Drag it off and put it. Just push it to the left part of your screen to delete, so you can redo it again correctly. Okay, good. Uh-huh. So now remake that part.
Okay, I will spend time doing it afterwards. But I just wanted to
Okay.
show you that I
Okay,
started
yeah,
it so that it
yeah.
wouldn't delay the class.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you
Thank you,
so
sir.
much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, if there are other questions, please, anyone who has other questions, you're very free to message me. Okay, you might drop your questions in the group if you feel like, and if you want it to be private, you can drop your question to me in the platform, or just DM me on WhatsApp. Okay, just DM me on WhatsApp. Um, Mr. Taiwo, is Mr. Taiwo still in the house? Okay, Mr. Taiwo left. Okay, so let's end the class today. So I want to thank you all. I want to really, I'm sorry, somebody is just joining the class by this time. Let me see. Okay. Um, Toid, thank you for coming very, very late. Okay. You may check the WhatsApp group. I dropped a material there. Okay. If you have any question, you can still ask me privately. Oh, Juliet is also just joining the group. By this time, Nigerians and African time. Congrats. Okay. So, any questions so far? Is there any question I need to deal with right here, or can we just call it a day? I want to appreciate all of you, from Fidelis to Mazi, Amadi, Boluwatife, David Okeke, Isaac Sin Otokwa, or Jedinro. Thank you. Okiri Juliet, thank you so much. I want to appreciate all of you. So we'll call it a day here. And remember, our next meeting is going to be on Wednesday. Yeah, next meeting is going to be on Wednesday. Okay. So thank you so much. Meet you on Wednesday. Remember to keep to time, please. It's very necessary. And feel free to question me at any time. Okay? Yeah. Do have a blessed time all. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.